you know your team, because you know the numbers and how they skate and everything. But for a guy who doesn't, I was going to try to like call it. It's hard for me to read those names. The names
on the jersey.
Yeah, for a guy who doesn't know.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to have to be about up there. All right. All right, folks, less than a minute to go before the pucks are called in, and they'll be seeing referees on the ice. Welcome to Game 2 for the Spartacats Spectacular. This is pool play between the two Spartacat B1 teams. U10b1 hockey is on the channel tonight. And we have a dandy. It's going to be the Spartacats in blue. The Spartacat Blues versus the Spartacat Whites. The Spartacat U10b1 white team is wearing some special jerseys tonight. I might refer to them as pink during the broadcast. As I said, since we have two Spartacat teams playing against each other, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to say Spartacats or Cats on a regular basis. So I'll try to say blue or white. Just remember that white is wearing pink tonight. Bit of a curveball for us, and it's going to keep me from calling out a few pink players' names because it's harder to read than it is on the white with the blue or red letters. In any event, we have 12 minutes on the clock. First period action here coming to you from VMCC. This is the East Arena. Cats taking the ice, everybody on the ice now. Meller, Olsen, Baker, your forwards. With Shack and Scott, your defenders. Ruth J. War that's Melissa Wilhelm will start for the blue team. And we're off with first period action here coming to you. This is the second game of pool play for the blue team. The first game of pool play for the white team. Olsen has that taken off of her stick. A little collision there with Baker. Backhanded up towards Baker. Baker will chase. White team tries to steer that one in. This is Eden Miller. Brings that one over the blue line. Opportunity for Miller as she shoots, and that one's bandied wide. So a shot on goal for the blue team. Shack tries to hold that in. White team gets to it. We'll get it out to neutral ice. Battle right below the camera. It's sent back in by the blue team, chipped back out by the white team. Shack goes far side. Nelner quickly off the bench, tries to puck handle there, tries to avoid a couple of defenders. This is Nelner across the blue line. She shoots from distance. That one's paddled aside. That's another shot on goal for the blue team. Blue is changing behind Nelner, and here comes White down the other way. White into the corner, left side of your screen. Nurka battling there on the near side, far left side of your screen. White tries to steer it into the middle. Now it comes to their point. It's broken up there momentarily, and now we'll find neutral ice. White clears the zone. This comes back for Kron. Kron whips this pass across ice. This is a chance for Nelner. Can Nelner get on the end of this? She's going to not get to it first. Great effort, though. Bauman tries to keep it in. It's tied up in her skates. And the white team come away with it. And we'll try to send it deep. It's intercepted by Kron. Kron gets it off of her stick. She's defensed there well that time by the white. And I think we're going to have offside with 10:01 to go against the blue team. First period action coming to you from second game of pool play for blue, first game for white. And the blue team last night, of course, with a 2-2 tie as Baker lays that off for Shack. I don't think Shack was expecting that one. Baker gets it back, has a little bit more open ice in front of her, brings it over the blue line until she's rubbed off by Bishop. Spartacats in blue last night had a 2-2 tie with the Rosemount Irish, conceding a goal late after taking the lead with about 90 seconds and change to go. This is Maren Olsen far side. Olsen feeds forward looking for Marcel. Marcel gets it in and sends it deep. Now she'll chase. So the Cats in blue with only 1 point right now. Here's Olsen, feathers that to the middle looking for, check it, that was Baker looking for Olsen. This falls for Scott. Scott can't dig that one out of her skates. And uncharacteristic, they turn it over. This is Bauman quickly off the bench. She sends it forward and chases. This is Scott. Last time these two teams played in district play, it was a 4-0 decision for the blue team. They outshot the white team by a good margin, but you didn't get a sense that the white team was outclassed. They just could not get shots to the net. Shack from her defensive position gets this in over the blue line, holds it in. Blue team changing behind the play. This is Bauman. And it's intercepted that time by White, who will bring it over the blue line. It's pitched back out to neutral ice, and we have a whistle and a stoppage as the white team had not cleared the zone, deep off neutral zone face-off with 8:21 to go here in the first period. Bauman, Meller, and I believe Nurka. Kron and Donahue, your defenders, and here's Eden Meller. Eden Meller has that taken off of her stick. Good defense there at the blue line. Everybody falling down. Slapped at that time by Nurka, gets out of the zone. Back in the zone. This is Kron, tries to get it off of her stick. Tries to feed this forward. Now she's got some open ice. Kron skates, brings it over the blue line. Has Meller to her left. Kron to the outside. Kron shoots. It's a save. Good save that time. Not sure if that was going to go on frame or just wide, but we're going to give him the save anyway. Donahue with it. Now at neutral ice, and the blue team feathers that back in. Kron with it again, tries to get that over the blue line. Kron shoots, deflected by the defense. Good job there, poking that behind the cage. Blue team trying to get the forecheck going on the far side. Held in by Donahue. Now she goes to the bench. Plays in the corner. Eden Miller. Centering pass. Nobody there. Took a deflection. Shack's going to try to hold this in on the near side boards. Olsen forces that one to the middle. But the Cats were changing. Nelner off the bench. Baker off the bench. I was all set up to call white versus blue, and it's still white versus blue, but remember the white team wearing pink tonight. This is Shack. Sends this one out towards neutral ice. It goes by a number of players. Baker and Nelner not able to get to that one. Can Scott hold it in? No, she can't. White team was changing. Oh, bit of a mix-up there. Opportunity for the white team. They're in on Wilhelm. Wilhelm with a good save. First shot of the game for the white team. Blue team needs to continue to press and get energy. This one rolls in towards Wilhelm, but was rolling wide. And this one scrambled out in front. Shot from distance, broken up by the defense, and now it gets out to neutral ice. Timer's correct. Olsen with the forecheck. Held in by Bauman. Bauman to the middle slot. Bauman has that taken off of her stick. Good defense that time by the white team. And now a good exit pass. Donahue back. Kron also back. That one's sent across. This finds Nelner. Nelner tries to stick handle there. It's pitched forward by by Olsen. Bauman gets it deep, but then loses an edge. Blue team will try to hold it in there. Bauman keeps it in. White team's going to try to get this out through the far side. Good D-to-D pass there by Donahue. Gets it to Kron, who sends it down deep, but was closed down quickly by good defense by the white team. Kron pinching in with Nurka covering. Kron still with it. Kron shoots. Good shot. Rebound. It goes behind the net. So Spartacat Blues getting some good shots early in this one. This one falls for Marcel. Marcel can't get her balance right. Bauman, Marcel, and Nurka, your forwards. Kron and Donahue. And speaking of Donahue, it's an opportunity for Donahue. There's a good shot and a good save, but a loose rebound. Spartacats will keep this one in. Kron tries to stick handle around a couple of defenders, and the white team punched that out to neutral ice. Time just keeps running. I think we're going to have icing. We will have icing. 4:23 to go here in the first period. Good shot by Mira Donahue. White goalie gave up a rebound, but nobody in blue was able to stab it home. Good defense that time by the white team. And now an offensive zone face-off for the blue team. Won by the blue team. Falls for Baker. Gets it into Olsen. Olsen into the corner. Fires, whips one across, looking for Meller, but didn't make it. Good defense taking away the passing lane. Battle right below the camera. It's steered back in, and it's going to be icing against the blue team, and we'll come down to the other end. 4:02 to go here in the first period. Score is 0-0, 0-0. Shots 5-1. Unofficially in favor of the blue team. Puck drop, and the white team wins that one back at the point. Sent in. It's fed out, but intercepted by the white team that sends that back in. Took a deflection. Zoe Scott with it. Changes directions. Sends a centering pass to the middle. And this one, an opportunity for Olsen. Olsen with a round one defender. She's going to chase this one. McNerney's going to keep that on her stick momentarily. A little kerfuffle there. Opportunity. This one falls for Shack. And Scott with it, unable to get to this one. Scott whips that in. Nicely done by the blue team getting out. This one comes to neutral ice. Here's Scott feeding Miller. Miller, far side. Miller centering pass. Finds Bauman, or good defense. Bauman could not unload the cannon. Kept in at the point by Scott. Centering pass off of a skate. Goes to the near boards. Now the white team hammer that one out into neutral ice. Crossing pass broken up that time by the blue team. Nurka sends it down into the corner. Nurka dangerously brings it through the middle, but she pulls it off. Nurka's got to keep control of it, and she does. She's rubbed out on the near side. Good physical play on the near side. Shot by the white team goes into the corner, and we are going to have a stoppage. And I think we have a penalty. I think they're going to call. Let's see, I think they're going to call a penalty. They're calling a penalty on the blue team. I'm not 100% sure what the penalty is. Maybe they'll make an announcement. In any event, we play on. 2:28 to go. This is Bauman. She's got control of it, brings it out of the zone. Loses control on the way in, but Nelner is going to chase. White team is on the power play. Bauman and Nelner are your forwards. This one gets by Donahue. Kron gets to it and pokes it forward. Nicely done. They're on the penalty kill. Power plays at this age not very effective, but they still have to be wary of the fact that they're down one player. Power play is halfway over. Kron sends that out, goes across ice. White team with it on the far side, feathers it along, finds Donahue. Donahue sends it right back out towards Bauman. Bauman in neutral ice, sends that in. It's intercepted there by the white team. Kron with it, neutral ice. Sorry, bad camera work there. Sends that out. And the power play is over. White team bring that one in over the blue line. Now it goes down into the corner. 1:20 to go. This one's going to make it out to neutral ice. Baker swiftly off the bench. Sent in by Olsen. Baker's going to chase, but we're going to have icing against the blue team. And we'll adjust the timer with production staff. And with 1:07 to go, still scoreless here from VMCC. Puck's down, clock is running, opportunity for the blue team as they try to break out. And here goes Maren Olsen. Maren Olsen, can she keep it on her stick? She shoots, opportunity, good save, rebound, and a whistle finally. What a shot by Olsen, great save by the white keeper. Olsen was one-on-one with the keeper, and you expect Olsen to have a quality scoring chance. That's what she did, but the keeper cut down the angle, held her nerve, and was able to get that one a little loose rebound at the end. But if you're the keeper, you'll take that as your defense was there to rally. Face-off win nominally by the blue team, shuffles it down, and the white team takes control. This comes for Shack at the blue line. Shack floats to the middle. Shack has it on her backhand. Shack loses an edge. Miller with an opportunity. Nurka and Miller couldn't quite get out of each other's way. This falls nicely for Eden Miller. Eden Miller to the middle. Miller shoots, opportunity, and she scores! Not sure about the celebration, if that makes a whole lot of sense, but in any event, inside 30 seconds to go, and the blue team has taken a lead off the strength of Eden Miller's first goal of the game and first goal of this tournament. Miller, a regular scoring threat for the blue team at both Danglefest as well as in Fargo. Was not able to get on the score sheet yesterday, but has opened her account here today as this puck is down behind the white goalie with 1 second to go. And we will be at the end of the first period with a score 1-0 in favor of the blue team.
How do you stand? I hate sitting.
Just remember, I'm live streaming and I'm on mic.
I haven't seen a word all night.
No 4-letter words.
See what I can do.
It's pretty cool. So I got that score.
Why 1.2 times speed?
That's focus.
Oh, it's focus. Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Never mind. One's fine.
Yeah. So I just have to remember to start and stop the clock. That's the biggest challenge.
Are you doing shots or no?
Yeah, I'm doing shots.
So it's 7-1 or 6-2? Or you keeping track of your own?
I'm keeping track of my own. I think, as far as I'm concerned, this is the unofficial official, right?
Is it also the other team's parents in there too?
No, it's not. It's not because it's the tournament. This is a tournament game.
Oh,
that's why it says
I know it is.
Spectacular pool play.
Well, I know it is, but like, because of the home team, maybe you're hosting anyway. I don't know.
Well, Michelle McInerney is doing the music, but beyond that, no. I think it's just, I don't think they care who wins or loses. Although the pink jerseys threw a curveball my way. Yeah. By the way, I have another microphone. You want to get on and call the game with me? We can.
Can we play tomorrow?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll comedy tomorrow.
Second period action here from the bubble, East Rink here at VMCC. That's Bridget Baker, Nelner, and Olsen are your forwards. Cron and Donahue your defenders. Puck gets ping-ponged around in neutral ice. Kept in by the white team. White shoots, and that is a good shot there by the white team. This one goes into the corner. Blue battles with it there. Donahue pokes this out. I'm not sure this is going to go for icing or not. They are going to call icing with 11:25 to go here in the second period. Blue team off to a one-goal lead, courtesy Eden Miller. And again, important for the blue team to win this game because they had a tie against Rosemount. The white team still has a chance to play Rosemount, but the blue team already has a tie and has already conceded or dropped a few points. So the blue team really does need to get a win here if they have any chance of or any real hope of trying to play on Sunday afternoon. And here's this puck just a little too deep for Elora Marcel. Marcel tries the centering pass, broken up by the defense. And now it's behind the white cage. Good poke check there by Nurka. Blue team will try to hold it in. Comes to Donahue at the point. Donahue goes cross crease to Cron. Cron walks it in. Cron shoots and scores! Proof positive that good things happen when you shoot at the net. That is what you would call a Bert Blyleven curveball. It started at one level high and dropped in. But Lauren Cron gets on the board for the Spartacat blue team. And with 10:48 to go, they have a 2-goal lead here in the second period. Not sure if her dad's promise of Dubai chocolate for a hat trick makes any sense, but here's Eden Miller. Miller shoots from distance, slides that right through the blue paint. Olsen on the outside. White player didn't quite know where it was. Now White attacking the other direction, held in by Zoe Scott. Scott attacking the blue line. She shoots from distance, and that's a rebound. White hitting the Jets on the far side. It's turned back by Eden Miller. White with an opportunity here. They want to send it up through the boards, but there's a lot of resistance there. Olsen intercepts, sends it across, but nobody in a blue jersey. Scott keeps it in at the blue line, just below your camera. Got some fans kind of in the way, but nothing we can really do about it from this side. Scott battles there, a couple of white players. Shack was covering the middle. This is Olivia Shack. Behind the net. Sends that out for the breakout pass. Gets it to Bauman. Bauman shuffles that along. And Olsen will chase. Olsen picks up some garbage, but then turns it over again. This falls for Marcel, who shoots. And it goes wide. Time keeps on ticking as the blue team tries to keep it in the zone. They're not able to. White gets out, but good poke check that time to Shack. Milner does a nice job of sending that in, but it's off of a defender's stick and rides behind the net. Nurka has that go under her stick. Pinching in from is Cron. Cron steers that down deep, but now the white team controls. White's going to try to cross. Opportunity as it took a deflection off of Marcel, and the white team back the other direction. Good back check that time by Nurka. This falls for Cron. Cron sees some open ice. She's going to attack. She's got Nelner to the middle. Cron slams on the brakes. I'm not sure what the thought process there was. I'm sure we'll find out about it in the car afterwards. Nurka pinching in, left side of your screen. Referee watching intently as the girls battle in the corner. And now it's sent to the far side. Cron pinching in there. Tries a centering pass, but took her eye off the puck. Tries to keep it in on the far side, but the white team get that out to neutral ice. And Nelner with it. Sets it up on her forehand. Now goes back in, now goes forehand. Nelner with showing some shake and bake. Slides that into the far corner. White team breaking it out, skating it through. Good forecheck that time by Olsen. Puck went out to neutral ice. Shack's got to wait for everybody to clear. This falls for Zoe Scott. Scott slides that in. It's intercepted momentarily by the white team, but a centering pass broken up by the defense. Good job by Olsen holding that in, and this one's going to go the other direction. It was touched. No icing here as Shack retreats behind Wilhelm. I had actually missed that J-War Ruth J-War not here tonight. Okay, so Melissa Wilhelm is your goalie. for the blue team the entire night. Good defense on the far side. This is Scott. She sends that out to neutral ice. Marcel chases, and offside against the white team. 6:47 to go. And a neutral zone faceoff just outside the blue line. You can see at the top of your screen the Spartacat U10A team has the game right after this. We won't be broadcasting it, but I'm sure it's on a stream. This one comes to Olsen on the far side. She has Marcel in the middle. Olsen skates with it though. And Marcel didn't wait long enough. Did not wait long enough, and there's a little bit of frustration in the stands. But that's what happens when 10-year-old girls and 11-year-old girls play hockey. Sometimes they have concentration lapses. No harm, no foul. Comes to Cron. Cron tries to go cross ice to Meller. It's intercepted that time by the white team. White brings it across. Cron gets it on her stick. Little, maybe too much puck handling there for Cron, being a little too fancy. Slides that out to neutral ice. It's sent back in and offside against the white team. 6:20 to go here in the second period. After a scintillating start to the period, the Spartacat blue team has settled down a little bit here. Have not been too many shots for either team. Here in the last few minutes of this period, Aiden Miller will have it on her stick. We'll try to do something about that. Slides that to the middle, sends it for Nurka. Nurka has tried to feather that on to Bauman. Bauman was a little too close. Nurka pitches it forward, but white team takes it there. They're going to send it forward. Opportunity as Miller's back on the back check. Nicely done. White team comes away with it, slides that in towards Wilhelm. Opportunity. Wilhelm with a save on the back door. What a save by Wilhelm. Excellent shot by the white team. Miller's going to intercept that pass. She's going to bring it up ice. Has a teammate to the inside, tries to feed the teammate to the inside, but the pass didn't get there fast enough. And with 5:41, we'll have an offside infraction against the blue team. Wilhelm with a nice save. Lucky that that rebound didn't fall kindly to the white player that was waiting on the back door, or that absolutely would have been a goal. Face-off nominally won by the white team. They'll have it on the far side, sending it forward, intercepted by the blue team. Scott tries to puck handle there. Here's an opportunity for White. Good back check that time by the blue team. Zoe Scott's got a burst of energy. Olsen's with her, but that puck finds neutral ice. Nelner's going to try to get it out or keep it in, but she's not able to. And with 5:17 to go, another offside infraction against the blue team. Face-off win by the blue team falls kindly for Olsen, who shoots, squeezing the pads as the white goalie. No rebound to be had. And an excellent stop and not giving up a rebound for the white goalie. Had there been a rebound or a loose puck, surely it would have been in the back of the goal, or at least over the goal line. As it is, the score remains 2-0. This one falls nicely for Shack. Shack with an opportunity. She shoots from distance. Good defense in front of the goal. Shack tries to keep that in far side. She does. She'll have a third chance at it. And now it squirts out to neutral ice. Zoe Scott tries to get control of that, but at least denies the opportunity to the white team. This falls for Nelner on the near side. Nelner puck handling through neutral ice. Now she whips it down deep, and of course they were on the right side of the red line that time, so no icing. Cats have to be careful here not to have too many men on the ice. On the far side, white team has it again. Shack again gets it back, whips it down into the corner where it takes an odd bounce. Olsen's chasing, Marcel's out there, and Bauman as well. Bauman slaps at that one. Sends it to the slot, but nobody there. Marcel camped out at the top of the crease. This one's gonna find Scott. Oh, right under her stick. Unlucky for Zoe Scott. She was teed up to have a magnificent opportunity to send that down on goal, but it went just under her stick. And it comes out to neutral ice where we'll have an offside infraction and a neutral zone face-off just outside the blue team's blue line. Marcel wins that one back for Kron. Kron punches that forward for Bauman, but it's a little too long for Bauman. Bauman chases it anyway. Look at Bauman. Natalie Bauman shoots from distance. Good save that time by the white keeper. Blue team up now to 10 shots. Crossing attempt broken up as Nurka battles there. Can Donahue hold the line? She does momentarily. It falls for Nurka. Nurka has that taken off of her stick. Good rally defense that time by the white team. Centering pass right towards the crease, but easily paddled aside that time by the keeper. White team will try to go the other way. Marcel tries to get there, hold it in. She does. Backhands that one towards Bauman in the middle. Bauman can't quite control it, and now the white team take control near corner. White team bring that one out over into neutral ice. An extra pass there, extra pass that time by the white team. Kron with it. She whips that around. This is Bauman far side. Bauman catches it. Now she has an opportunity to survey the landscape. Can't squeeze that pass through to Marcel. But Kron tries to get it off of her stick and can't. Top of your screen. White team send that one down deep. This is Kron with it. Kron pokes that ahead looking for help. Lots of congestion in the neutral ice area. This comes for Eden Miller. Eden Miller around one defender. Now she's weaving. Has a player to the middle and an opportunity for Bauman, but she couldn't get on it. Olsen far corner quickly to the puck. Time keeps ticking down. The Spartacat blue team have some chances. They need to start converting. Good breakup that time by the white team. They'll bring that out and send it. Is this going to make it for icing? It's not, as Kron's able to squeeze onto it. She whips that around looking for Baker. Olsen and Baker. Olsen and Baker, little miscommunication over there. Miller tries the defense there, but the white team brings that one over the blue line. Shot opportunity. Wilhelm gives up a juicy rebound. It's still loose, and it needs to be covered, and finally is covered by Wilhelm with 1:45 to go here in the second period. So Wilhelm gave up the rebound, but was able, with the defense's help, to keep that from turning into a disaster. The white team now getting the right number of players on the ice. This one comes whipping in past Wilhelm. This is for Shack in the far corner. Shack tries to squeeze that out, but it's broken up. Good interception that time by the white team. And now they come slicing in. Blue team's got to be very careful here. Less than 90 seconds to go. This is Zoe Scott. She's got a head of steam as she brings it over the blue line. Good cross-ice pass to Miller. Miller can't quite handle, and here comes the white team going the other direction. Brought across the blue line. Good poke check that time. And it falls nicely for the white team. Good save by Wilhelm. And it goes to the near boards. So good save by Wilhelm as the shots start to even up a little bit. That's offside against the white team with 1:02 to go here in this second period, which a second period that, other than Kron's goal, has been relatively quiet and relatively sedate in many ways, but suddenly in the last couple of minutes has gotten really, really interesting. Puck's down. White team wins the face-off. Falls nicely for Shack, who feeds that forward looking for Bauman. Bauman unable to keep that one in front of her, but this one rolls out to neutral ice. Milner's going to take Shack's position while Scott pitches it back in. Spartacat blue forwards now with less than 40 seconds to go. Need to try to create a scoring opportunity. This one goes down below the red line. We'll see if Shack's able to keep this one in. She does momentarily. Falls for Bauman. Bauman can't unload that one quickly enough. Nelner feeds the middle. This one slides to the middle. Nurka's battling there. Can't get this one off. Shoots with a backhand, tries with the wraparound. 16 seconds to go. Nelner tries to hold up progress there, and this one goes down towards Scott, who just has to clear the zone, and she does. And the second period is going to end. A goal by Cron matching up with a goal by Miller. And the Spartacat blue team has a 2-0 lead as we get ready for the third period. Just a reminder that the blue team will be playing Mounds View Irondale tomorrow morning. I believe it's at 9:20. It might be 9 o'clock. It's either 9 o'clock or 9:20. Gee, if only there was a device that could tell me what time my daughter has a game tomorrow as I reach into my pocket. It's at 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. Mounds View Irondale and the Spartacat blue team. The white team also play at 9 o'clock tomorrow. I do not have their opponent, as we have a toddler on the bench that has to go see dad. This is pretty funny. You only get this in U10 hockey, folks. You only get this in youth and U10 hockey and sport hockey. Somebody's little sister or little brother has managed his way onto the bench on the near side, and there's referees saying, "Okay, young man, you have to leave the bench area." Makes sense. 12 minutes on the clock, third period action ready to roll. Shots have, I wouldn't say evened out, but they've certainly become a little more close, a little more parity between these two teams. Blue team will start with Wilhelm between the pipes. Cron and Donahue, your defenders. Baker, Olson, and Marcel, your forwards. Critical third period action here for the Spartacat blue team as they need the points, as they chase the opportunity to play in a championship game on Sunday. This one gets sent back in, taken by Baker. She backhands that one out. Can't quite get to it, but this is Marcel. Marcel hits the Jets. Marcel by a couple of defenders, and she gets taken off the puck, loses her stick in the process. This falls nicely for Olson. Olson loses control there. Cron's going to try to come over and take that one. That one's going to go for icing. That's icing. Guys, that's icing. I'm not sure why that's not icing, but in any event, we play on. Donahue switches that one, going back for Cron. Cron gets it on her forehand, hammers it off the boards. Baker swipes at it far side. White team holds the line. It's sent in. Cron slaps that out again. Opportunity here for Wilhelm. I think that was a shot. Ugly stuff on the blue end. White team trying to pounce. And with 10:59 to go, we're going to give them another shot there. Shots climbing in a direction the blue team will not want to see. Spartacat blue team did not have their wires uncrossed there, as you had multiple players not quite sure what the assignments needed to be. But a bit of danger for the Spartacat blue team as the defensive zone faceoff is won by the white team to the left of Wilhelm. Oh, centering pass and an opportunity, and Wilhelm with a big save. Melissa Wilhelm doing a great job of closing that down and taking that shot away. The defense for the Spartacat blue team struggling right now to mark up. Not sure if it's puck watching or exactly what it is, but the shots are almost even, when before there was a large disparity. This one falls nicely for Eden Miller. Eden Miller can hit the Jets and go. She's over the blue line. She wants to get that on her forehand. She brings it down into the corner. Fires a centering pass broken up by the defense. Defense says, I've seen this one before. Collision at the blue line, but it falls nicely for Zoe Scott. Scott punches that to the far side. Nobody there in blue. Only a few pink jerseys. Miller sends that down deep. Third period action coming to you. This is pool play. So the teams are playing for points. A shutout, very, very important for the Spartacats. Good step up that time by Scott, as the girls in blue weren't really sure what was going on with that puck. White team with it, right side of your screen, right below near boards. Nurka feeds this across underneath for Miller. Miller has it sit down. Whoa, big scoop shot there. That one goes high and wide. Bauman chases that one down near boards, right side of your screen. Now the white team will go behind their own net. Miller tries to poke at that, but can't quite get to it. Olsen changes off the ice, off the bench. This is Miller. Miller with an opportunity. Miller had Olsen breaking, but could not get the pass to her. This is Scott far side. She shoots from distance, but again, broken up that time by the defense. This is Shack. Shack wants to get this on her forehand. She sends that down behind the net. Miller can't get off. She's been out there a while. Olsen is out there now, so is Baker. And that one goes all the other direction. This is Zoe Scott with it. Zoe Scott's got a changing Spartacat blue team behind her, but Zoe Scott says, forget about it, I'm gonna skate it. She shoots, and it's parried away that time by the white goalie. It's the first shot the Spartacat Blues have had probably in half a period. Spartacat Blues now falling over each other. White team pokes that out to neutral ice, and the blue team set it in with it before they could clear. Offside against the blue team. And hopefully the blue team has got their wires straightened out. We've got a little bit of miscommunication out there. We've got girls crashing into each other and not always sure what they're supposed to be doing. Baker and Olsen managed to win that face-off. Can't quite keep it in. Kron's got it now. Sends it over for Nelner. Nelner drags that across. Nicely done at the blue line. Can she keep it in? This is Donahue. She feathers that across, but all the Spartacats were on the other side. Kron with it, sends that down deep. Nelner will chase. Spartacat Blue girls have got to spread out a little bit. It seems like they're bunching up here a little bit in the second half of this game. Kicked in by Olsen, brought across the blue line, but right back out. Kron has it. She tries to send that across. It's knocked down by the white team, and now we'll go all the way across the ice. This falls kindly for Donahue. Donahue feathers that forward, and here's a chance for Nelner. Nelner with an opportunity. She's got that, able to square it up. She shoots. Good pad save that time by the white goalie, and the rebound goes behind the net. White behind the net. Nelner takes that one away in the corner. Nelner using her size to try to control that. Does. This falls for Marcel. Marcel shoots, and a good shot and a good save. That time by the goalie. That was a tricky little shot. I think that was definitely going to be on net. Blue team able to keep control of it. Sent in by Bauman. Olsen will give chase. This is Nelner who can't keep it in. And now the Spartacat white team will go the other direction. There needs to be communication here. There needs to be communication there between the goalie and the defender. And only by this barest of margins did they avoid a disaster. Good job by Kron getting that out to neutral ice. White team did just clear. Blue team now battling for control of it. Kron tries to whip it around. Now she does. It's now on the near side. Just under 6.5 minutes to go in this one. Baker now on the ice. Cats and blue were changing, and I think we're gonna have too many men. Too many men on the ice for the blue team. Bad change for the blue team, and it's going to result in a power play opportunity. Not sure who's going to go. Not sure who's going to go for the blue team, but I guess they're going to put Marcel in the box for 1 minute for too many men. It was a bad change by the blue team, and it results in a power play opportunity with 6:10 to go for the white team. They win, they shoot. Good save that time by Wilhelm. Sent in an opportunity. This is Scott. Whips this around, but the blue team very, very deep. Nurka in the corner. This is Shack. Will chase. White team will hold it in near side. Left side of your screen. Hard to see what's going on over there, I know, folks, but bear with us. Blues are able to punch that out. Oh, I thought they maybe got it out to neutral ice, but they didn't. Scott has a chance to skate it. Skates that through neutral ice. It's taken away by the white team. Good job there by Bauman getting off the bench quickly. Opportunity for Bauman to shoot. Bauman, good save that time. Rebound was given up, but nobody could slam that home. Here comes the white team the other direction. Power play is over. Collision there for the blue team. Centering pass that time as Scott whips that out. Shack with an opportunity. She's got a lot of open ice in front of her. Does Olivia Shack have any juice left in the tank? No, she doesn't. Little question there as to whether maybe some of that body contact maybe could have been called, but refs are gonna let them play. It's a 2-0 game, and the Spartacat Blue Girls have opened up a little more of a shot lead over the white team. Shots 14-9. Bauman, Olsen, and Marcel are your forwards. Cron and Donahue your defenders. White team comes away with that one. Send it to neutral ice. Cron with it there. Goes cross ice, nicely done. Could not quite get it to Olsen. Olsen loses her edge. She goes down, does not hit the wall, thankfully, but goes back the other way. Again, blue team not able, looking a little discombobulated, just not able to put passes together. Cron whips that out, gets it out to neutral ice. Every time they touch it, and that's offside against the white team with 4:13 to go here in the third period. Every time the blue team touches the puck, it needs to come out. Puck falls nicely for Donahue, who sends it forward. Marcel will chase. Marcel kind of rubbed off there. Probably could have blown a whistle there with a little push from behind. Refs again gonna let them play a little bit. This one poked out to neutral ice. Marcel will chase. White team tries to get that off of their sticks. Little challenge there on the communication. Bauman battling there. All of the blue defenders, blue forwards on one side. Here comes the white team into Spartacat blue territory. Broken up that time by Cron, goes behind the net. Donahue's got a chase. Now into the far corner. This is Nurka. She tries to get this out. It's blocked by the defense. White team sends it down deep. Cron with an opportunity. Cron's got to get her head up. She's got a teammate on the far side. She's going to bring it in herself. Cron to the net. Cron with a shot. Hits side netting. That was not going to go in. Olsen wraps that one around the net. 3:05 to go here, third period. Scott with it. Opportunity finds Olsen in the crease. Turns, spins, tries to feather that on. Shack pinching in, tries to hold it in. White team bringing it across, tries to get the shot off. And good job that time by the Spartacat blue team getting it out. No hesitation there. I think that was Shack who did it. Nicely done. Getting it out. Meller feeds the middle, but there's no one there. The white team now will bring it over the blue line. Good defense there that time by Scott. Somebody in blue needs to get on the other end of this one. Now it falls for Meller. Meller sends it out to neutral ice for Baker. Baker sends it in. This is not going to go for icing. Nice job by Baker sending it down deep. Meller tries to hold it in, but can't get to it. Nurka circles neutral ice. Her pass cut off that time by the white team. Collision there as this one finds its way to the right side of the screen. White team with less than 2 minutes to go, down by a couple of goals. Meller with a good forecheck there, trying to hold it in. Scott battles there. This one gets wrapped down the other direction. Shack with it. Shack smartly just gets it out to neutral ice. Wonder if the girls have learned their lesson from yesterday, which is as soon as it's on your stick, it's hard and out. Battle right there near the blue line. Now it comes in. Spartacat blue can't get it out. Shack couldn't get it out that time. And it falls nicely that time for the white team. Now it goes to the far side. Loose behind. Opportunity for the white team in front. Not able to get on the other end of it. Here's Eden Miller. Skates it from one end to the other. Just over a minute to go. Eden Miller 1-on-5. Miller shoots from a bad angle and scores! Oh my heavens! Oh my heavens, I'm not sure how that one went in. I think it went up and over the goalie's shoulder. And with 1:02 to go, a goal for the Spartacat blue team. And that may just do it. We'll have to see. They seem to be understanding the idea of in a late when you have a lead and it's a short lead, you have to make sure that it gets out. Eden Miller that time took on the whole team 1v5 and somehow got that shot to drop. She was celebrating before anybody else was. In fact, the referee had to look at it a couple of times, I think, to make sure that it was in. This one out to neutral ice. This is Donahue with it. She sends a pass over for Nelner. Nelner unable to get on the other end of that one. Olsen battling there. Olsen and Bauman fighting over that one. Nelner with a good, strong forecheck there. Bauman almost able to come up with that one. Now it goes into the far corner. Kept in there by Scott, or excuse me, that's Donahue. White team trying to get one on the net. It's fed forward. Opportunity for the white team. Cats in blue just need to get it out of their zone to preserve the shutout. This one rolls in on Wilhelm. Wilhelm to the side. Cross crease shot. And it goes wide. And the Spartacat blue team have pulled off the victory, defeating the white team by a score of 3-0. Again, despite the fact that it was a 3-0 score, it was a close game between these two sides. Cats with a little bit of magic, a brace from Eden Miller and one from Lauren Cron, proving the difference between the white team and the blue team on this one. And because the blue team got the shutout, they'll get an extra point, which may be the thing they need to be able to play in a championship game on Sunday evening, or Sunday afternoon, I should say. Remember, these Spartacat Blues have a game tomorrow at 9 a.m. and a game later in the afternoon. And we will say goodnight, folks, here from VMCC, the East Rink. And thanks for joining us on the channel. Final score, Spartacats Blue 3.